Hello, and welcome to what feels like episode 1 million, week 458,312, where today I'm going to be building a wall, the wall, between the workshop and the summer house. So I've been going round and round in my head thinking, should I build the wall on the floor and stand it up, or should I build the wall in situ? And I've still not decided, but I think I'm going to build it in situ. So I think what I'm going to do is build the bottom plate, fix that in place, then glue and screw the top plate, then put in a stud at each end, then build the studs in between. The reason I'm doing that is because I think that if I do it the other way round, I will probably get gaps when I try to stand the wall up. So I think I'm going to go that way round. Studs first, bottom plate first, top plate, wall, studs, and just build it in situ. So I'll put you on time lapse to see that happening. So I did do a time lapse of putting that top plate in and those end studs, but stupidly had the camera pointed in slightly the wrong direction. But this is where I am now. So I've got the top plate in, glued and screwed again. I clamped a level across here so those two are in line. When I fix this one in, I'll put another piece across there once the studs are in. These are fitted with a spirit level, and then I've just put the laser on just to see is it all in line, and it looks pretty good. So the laser's right on the edge there, and right on the edge there, and right on the edge there, so that's good. There's a joist running here under there, so I will put the bottom plate down and screw through into that joist. I've got the straightest bits of timber I could find here for the bottom plate, and I use the straightest bits for here and here. Then I need 8 studs in between, and what I've done here is just mark the crown on each one and just laid them out so that I can try and get them as flat as possible, so that when the wall goes on, the plaster wall goes on, it's all pretty straight. And that's that really. So now I'm going to fit the bottom plate, then cut the studs, measure and cut each stud as I go, and then I'll have to skew nail through an angle through the stud into the bottom and top plate. That's why I was debating whether to do it this way round or build it and put it in, because obviously when you build it and put it in, you can actually screw through that way through the top plate into the studs. But this should be alright, and it's going to have OSB on this side anyway, tying it all together, plasterboard on this side. So that's it. So I've got my saw set up at 4 degrees, so that is about 4 degrees, yeah, so that the tops are angled like that, and that's it. Just measure and cut as I go. Right, so that's pretty straight. I'll put you on time lapse now and make sure I point it in the right direction. So that is the internal wall complete. That went quite well, better than expected actually. Join those two pieces there. Every one has got 3 skew nails, top and bottom. So skew nailed through that side, and then one in there. And at the top, went 2 in that side, and 1 in that side. All quite nicely sturdy now. Tomorrow I will put in some noggins and put in the boxes for the sockets, supports for the sockets, and probably supports for the TV somewhere. Having all those crowns facing the same way has worked well, and pretty much every one is level, which is good. So when the plasterboard goes on, it will be nice and straight. So that's good. This wall being up now also kind of gives you a feel of the room. So it's quite a nice room still. Feels a bit smaller obviously. But there'll just be a sofa in here and a desk. And then this will be the workshop. So actually it's not a bad space. It's actually kind of wider than I thought it was going to be. Or seems wider than I thought it was going to be. Or seems wider than I knew it was going to be, because I measured it. So that is about 2.5. Done that size so I can swing a bit of 2.4 around without hitting the walls. So yeah, so actually maybe I have a bench along there back, and a bench along here, and storage along there. I was going to do bench here, but maybe corner benches, and then bikes and lawnmower here. We'll see. Right, that's that. Wall is in. Tomorrow is going to be noggins, supports for sockets, supports for TVs. Get in there. See you then.